As you watch this, 12 people just lost their jobs to AI. Give me a few minutes and I'll tell you exactly why this is happening. I've been a technologist for over 30 years. I've seen every wave come and go. But what's happening with AI? It's different. As soon as next year, artificial intelligence will take the job of millions of people. Those people are just like me and you, but you need to understand this. The World Economic Forum says 92 million jobs could be displaced by 2030. McKinsey says it's closer to 800. But here's what no one's telling you. The companies laying thousands of us off today aren't just doing it randomly or because they just want to cut costs. They're following a prescribed formula. And I think I've found out what it is. There's a short quiz coming up. It'll show how likely your job is to be impacted by AI and how ready you are for it. But for now, answer this honestly. When AI can do your job faster, cheaper, and without breaks, what makes you irreplaceable? If you hesitated, you're in danger. If you said experience or relationships, you're in even more danger. Because I've seen this movie before 3 times, across 2 centuries, and I know exactly how it ends. Here's what terrifies me most. The people getting fired aren't who you'd expect. Age isn't the factor. Education isn't the factor. Experience isn't the factor. 50-year-olds are thriving. At the same time, 25-year-olds with college degrees are getting cut. When Salesforce eliminated 4,000 jobs, their stock went up 12%. Microsoft replaced entire call centers with AI, saved $500 million, 9,000 people gone, but they kept others. Here's the part that shocked me most. The average time between AI pilot program and mass layoffs. 18 months. That's how long companies take to identify who can guide AI and who can't. 18 months to decide your fate. Here's the thing. Companies aren't doing this for fun. They're terrified. Companies aren't adopting AI to be mean. They're fighting for survival. Even Microsoft faces an existential threat. Elon Musk just announced something called MacroHard, an entirely AI-powered company designed to replace Microsoft. His words, "It should be possible to simulate them entirely with AI." The world's biggest software company could be replicated by artificial intelligence. If Microsoft isn't safe, nobody is. Companies are spending billions because they have to. The alternative is watching competitors do everything faster and cheaper while their customers leave. They're not firing people to be cruel. They're doing it to survive. Because if the company dies, everyone loses their job anyway. By this point, you're probably thinking that I'm being overdramatic and that AI is just a phase like 3D televisions. I thought the exact same thing. So I dug into the research. This has happened before, 3 times, across 2 centuries, and every single time, the companies that survived used the exact same formula to decide who stayed and who went. If we can identify that formula, we can predict exactly what's about to happen. So let me take you back. Because history doesn't just rhyme. In this case, it repeats with frightening precision. 1810, England. Thomas Wilson had been making cloth by hand for 30 years. 3 generations of his family knew this skill. Then came the mechanical loom, 10 times faster than human hands. Years later, Thomas died in poverty. But some fabric makers became factory owners. Same machines, different outcome. The difference? Thomas knew only his family's patterns. The survivors understood the entire process, choosing materials, controlling tension, spotting defects instantly, training new workers. Factory owners needed people who could solve problems the machines couldn't, not more hand workers. Today, you're the fabric maker. AI is the mechanical loom, and those who stay aren't the ones who know everything, just the ones who look beyond their own task. 1925, Detroit. "200 craftsmen at Brewster Company built luxury horse-drawn carriages by hand for 60 years. Ford's assembly line destroyed them in 3 years, but Ford hired quality controllers, process managers, line supervisors. The craftsmen who understood entire vehicles became supervisors. They could spot defects, solve production problems, train workers. The ones who only knew wood carving? Unemployed. Same pattern, different century. Today, you're the craftsman. AI is the assembly line. Can you spot the defects and train the system, or do you only know your small piece? 2020, your local grocery store. Maria scanned barcodes for 12 years. Self-checkout expanded. Her hours got cut. But supermarkets promoted the best cashiers to self-service supervisors. Maria wasn't chosen randomly. She handled difficult customers without calling managers. She knew every product code, was able to spot fraud instantly, and train new cashiers. When machines took over scanning, they needed someone who could solve problems and handle exceptions the machines couldn't. Same pattern, your lifetime. Today, you might be Maria. AI is the self-checkout machine. What can you handle that the machine cannot? I know these historical examples might seem irrelevant to your computer-based job, but here's why they matter. The selection criteria companies use hasn't changed. 3 different centuries, 3 different technologies, same exact pattern. Now you see it, don't you? The question is, where do you fit in this story? Time to find out in Who Wants to Survive AI?
Welcome to Who Wants to Survive AI. 3 quick questions to find out how future-proof you really are. Say hello to tonight's contestant.
Hi, I'm Danny and I work in customer service.
Perfect. Okay, let's get started. You've got a desk job, emails, reports, meetings. How much could AI already do? A, none. B, a few bits. C, half. D, most. And you're learning it.
A, no AI can replace this charm.
Love the confidence, but it's D. If AI can do it, you'd better be the one using it. A new AI system lands at work. What's your move? A, panic. B, wait. C, hope it fails. D, volunteer to lead it.
C, if it breaks, I'm safe.
Cute plan, but it's D. The first to try it are the ones who stay. How often do you learn new AI tools? A, never. B, when told. C, sometimes. D, always leveling up.
A, I don't have the time. I'm too busy working to learn.
That's why AI's catching up. It's D, learners don't get replaced, they get promoted. Okay, it's score time. If you chose mostly A's or B's, you're at risk. Mostly C's, the clock's ticking. Mostly D's, you're safe for now.
Thanks, Serena, and welcome back. We've just had a question in from the audience, and I want to answer it right now. It's important. If AI's that good, why does it need people? Won't everyone just lose their jobs anyway? Great question. And it's the question that makes people give up. Why bother learning AI at all if it does everything? Here's a secret. This entire film was made with AI. But it still took a human 150 hours to make. Let me show you exactly why. First, what happens without human guidance? I asked AI for a new course cover image. No brand, no colors, no context. You get what you ask for. Wrong colors, wrong style. Pure slop. Garbage in, garbage out definitely comes to mind when prompting AI. Here's what happened to make this film. Days of research, not reading articles, hunting truth. How companies make layoff decisions, which roles vanished first, what the data shows. Using AI, I was able to process thousands of sources. But I had to know what questions to ask, what to discard, what to go deeper on. It was me, the human, that decided what mattered. I wrote world-class prompts for every role. Think copywriter prompts, strategy prompts, research and video prompts. Not write me a script prompts. I used structured frameworks, expert narrative. I obsessed over every question I asked AI. Then the real work. To prove humans matter, here's the process I went through 177 times. Hold on tight, we're going fast. First, I imagine the scene. AI turns that vision into a prompt. It creates the image and finally fixes it. Upload the image and the motion prompt to the AI video generator. Click Generate. It creates 4 videos to choose from. I picked the best. Import to Video Editor. Pick and add the AI voice. Layer in sound effects. Add the background music, and then export it. And I did that entire workflow 177 times. For every single 8-second scene you've watched in this film. 5 different AI tools, hundreds of decisions every single day, thousands of refinements, and 1 human conductor directing it all. That's what using AI actually looks like. It's not pressing a button, it's conducting an orchestra, it's directing, it's refining, it's creating excellence. AI doesn't replace humans, it supercharges the humans who know how to conduct it. That's the difference. This entire documentary, 150 human hours. That's what it took with AI helping me. If I'd hired humans for this, it'd take 10 times longer and cost 10 times more. That's the same choice every company faces. AI allows us to achieve the unimaginable. It's faster, it's cheaper, but make no mistake, the human is essential. And that's the formula companies are using. They're not choosing between humans and AI. That was never the choice. The choice? Workers who resist AI versus workers who embrace it. 10 people the old way or 1 with AI. Same output, 1/10 the cost. This is what the choice looks like. 10 desks empty, 1 person remains. They weren't smarter. They just learned to use AI as a multiplier. They need the one who can guide AI, train it, get results others can't. Will you be that one or watch someone else take your spot? Your company is looking for the one right now, testing who adapts and who resists. The evaluation has already started. Remember, 18 months from pilot program to mass layoffs. 18 months to prove you can guide AI. 18 months to master what most will ignore, to become the one they can't replace. The choice is yours. The time is now. I know that's terrifying. Companies watching, clock ticking, 18 months. You're wondering, what do I actually do? But to understand that, you need to see what's really happening inside those companies. Most people think AI is just a chatbot, a tool, a helper. It's not. It's something much bigger. Let me show you what this looks like inside one company. Here's what they're actually building. One call center. Watch what happens in just 18 months. Insurance company, customer support department, 500 people answering phones, handling claims, policy questions, billing issues. Company deploys AI, not to help those 500 people, to replace how the work gets done entirely. The AI connects to everything: policy databases, claims history, billing systems. Now it can do what took 500 people. 6 months later, AI is handling 80% of the work, basic claims, policy changes, all the repetitive tasks. The company needs 100 people now, the ones who handle what AI can't: complex problems, fraud cases, difficult customers. But they also need you to be one of the 20 people who manage the AI. Train it, catch its mistakes, make it better every single day. Those 20? Highest paid in the building. More than the 100 handling calls, because they're the authority everyone depends on. 500 became 120, 380 jobs gone, 20 brand new roles created, the people who guide the system. This isn't one company. Same pattern everywhere. Legal, accounting, HR, marketing, same transformation. AI handles the routine work. Humans either manage the AI or handle the exceptions. That's the only split that matters. The question isn't, will this happen? It's happening now. Will you be one of the 20 or one of the 380? The 20 who stayed weren't more technical. They weren't younger. They weren't smarter. So what was different? They made 3 moves. Simple, powerful. The best bit, you can start all 3 tomorrow. 1. While everyone else froze when AI arrived, they ran toward it, tested it, played with it, got curious instead of scared. The 20 became the people who understood it, not experts. Just willing, and that made them valuable. 2, they stopped competing with the machine. They let AI do the boring work so they could do what actually mattered. Like a conductor with an orchestra. They didn't do the work, they directed it. That's the shift management noticed. 3, they doubled down on being human, the things AI is terrible at. Reading people, building trust, helping without being asked. AI can't read between the lines. It can't care. You already do this every single day. They just made sure everyone saw it. When they solved something with AI, they told people. When they learned something, they showed their team. They became the answer. They positioned themselves as the go-to person. I understand AI. I understand our work. I want to help. That's the pitch. And that's what made them the authority their company couldn't lose. Not skills, strategy. So what exactly does that person look like? The one who survives? What makes them different? Everyone comes to them. How did you do that? Can AI help with this? Show me. They became the answer. Management turns to them. We're testing this AI tool. What do you think? They became the authority. Not because they're technical, because they ran toward change while everyone else ran away. That's what companies keep. 92 million jobs, 500 down to 120, 18 months. You've seen the numbers. You know what's coming. Think this won't happen? Close this now, but if you're wrong, you're one of the 380. Here's the truth. You're seeing this right now. You have a choice most people won't realize they had until it's gone. They'll wonder what happened. Look at what you're watching. Every image, this voice, the music, the script, all of it. AI. You've been in it for 15 minutes. That's how real this is. That's how here it already is. Still think you have time? Maybe you're thinking you're too old for this, not technical enough, too senior. Wrong. The 20 were every age, every background. They just chose differently. They ran toward AI when everyone froze. They directed it instead of competing. They made themselves visible. That's why they stayed. That person is being chosen right now in your company. In the next 18 months, someone will become that person. You're watching this. You made it here. You're already different. So choose. Will you run toward it or away? Will you become the authority they can't lose? Because that person gets to stay, and it could be you, right now. Choose.